Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk Spirituality podcast. This is Time for Talking, or Emeris from timefortalking.com, spiritual mentoring for your body, mind and soul. I'm your host on this show. In this podcast, you'll receive insights on all topics spirituality inspired from above for spiritual growth, awakening, remembering, soul purpose, life mission, divine inspiration, past lives and much more. Thanks for tuning in. So now let's dive in and talk spirituality. Today I'd like to talk to you about how it all works together. And with all, I mean life, free will, soul plan, life purpose, the divine, prayers, creative thoughts, etc. When living a conscious and spiritual life, everyone will come across the following: knowing one's soul plans, living one's life purpose, connecting daily with the divine, understanding free will, and also that we are creative beings, etc. All of this helps us to grow and more, but these areas are also some causes of frustration. But let's cover all of those areas individually. Yes, we all have free will, but like mentioned before, this also includes our pre-birth plans we made for our lives. And once we decided upon those plans cannot get altered in an incarnation. So when challenges in life overwhelm us or experiences are hard to bear, we might turn to prayers too. However, even though the divine tells us that the answer to all of our questions is always yes, this is where the tricky part comes into it. When we decided upon certain challenges in life, once we are in the midst of them, a prayer will not stop us from having to go through those experiences. Which means a prayer cannot override our pre-birth plans we made, nor will it be able to override our contract we made before this incarnation. Simply as we planned this, and we agreed upon such a contract, so to speak. And as relieving us from the experience would actually go against our free will from when we made our plans before. And yes, we are creative beings. Thus, our thoughts are creative and we can create our present and future. However, again, due to our pre-birth plans we made out of our own free will, which translate into soul's plans and life purpose, once we are in a lifetime experiencing our made plans, no thought will be able to alter such challenging experiences we struggle with or manifest them differently. Which means that in such instance, we won't be able to manifest something different to what we planned before. Naturally, regardless of this fact, it is still wise to always use our thoughts consciously, positively, and lovingly. But when doing that and the circumstances do not change, as they simply cannot due to our made plans for that incarnation, it can be rather frustrating. And when then, on top of that, one also had taken on, for example, collective karma, the going gets really quite tough, so to speak. So let's take all of this as a reminder that even experiencing frustration in a lifetime, even when walking a spiritual path, can also be totally natural and fine as well. We chose our experiences as well as challenges for any incarnation, areas we like to focus upon and work on. But actually then going through them without our pre-birth attitude we had when planning our lives is tough. But basically, it comes down to this. The plans we made will be followed through by our soul regardless. Which after all, not to forget, the soul is us, or rather ourself. And it sometimes just also comes with quite a lot of frustration to deal with this when living out our chosen paths. So you see, that is another reason why it is so important to fully be aware of the exact soul's plans we made for our lives. Though the knowledge will not take away the challenges we experience, but the real understanding of it all still does help a lot. As without that knowledge, our frustration would even go one step further of feeling unlucky, forgotten, or worse. But by understanding what is happening and why, i.e. us understanding and realizing our made plans, can also alter the communication we have with the divine, like asking for the contract to possibly get altered now, within our free will and current choice. And this could only work once we understand that we made those plans, etc. But even if they cannot be altered in any way, understanding the reasons behind the situations in your life does help. As it said so wisely, knowledge is power, and that's just very true regardless. Like a helping hand to cope with and live out your true soul's purpose, do get in touch. That's all for now. Get inspired. Thanks for listening till the end. You can always reach me on timefortalking.com with white light from here.